Ooh. Hi, friends, strangers, internet. Um, I am hanging out today, just doing my makeup. If you happen to be watching this on replay, um, thank you so much, and I recommend opening up the little live chat section if you want to follow along. I'm not quite used to StreamYard adding the little black bars around me as a one-person show, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm going to quickly tweet out to the general public that I'm live, and then we'll jump into, as I said, just doing my makeup. Oh, oh, hey Courtney, thank you for coming on over. Um, okay, I did the thing. Okay, if I was just tweeting out that I was going live or am live. I was actually talking to Audra earlier about how I can't watch really large live streams. It's just like too much chat activity, and the chat is like one of the most fun parts of live streams for me. So I honestly didn't even tune in, and I don't say that out of any hate or weirdness. I just know I'm like I can't really do it. So anyway, so actually I just thought I would hop on and hang out and do some makeup. I'm gonna see if I can make the chat any bigger. Yeah, I just feel like it's a chaotic space. Oh hey Feffy. Oh, I can make the chat a little bit bigger. Maybe that'll I can kind of okay, we'll see. So so yeah, I haven't had the motivation or whatever to actually film lately. And as some of y'all, well, I mean, some of y'all that are here right now know, I've been doing some live streams, but actually filming has been a struggle. So I thought I would just hop on here and do some makeup and hang out. And maybe once my face has some makeup on it, I might feel inspired to film other things. We'll see. Why did I? Okay. Well, I'm using the magic concoction I made that I mentioned in the other live chat. My glowy base, although oh oh, I hope you're okay, Feffy. Um, oh, Mindy, thank you. That's what I've been saying. I'm like, thank you for coming over to hang out. Literally, just doing my makeup. Nothing too special, but I don't know. I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone in the like being on the struggle bus with filming, but I was doing okay for a while and then I just fell right off. This is that glowy base that I mentioned, the 5 for 5. But I realized after the live stream, when I looked at my face like up close, it is a little glittery, so I'm not gonna put it here so much. And I oh my god. My normal back and forth with the glasses. Hey Teresa, welcome. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I don't like to go into bigger lives and because I just get overwhelmed. Alex, hello. I feel like I haven't seen you around in ages. And Courtney, yes, that's what I was about to say. I am going to do something with this palette. So, me and Sincerely Alex, we did a collab to kind of dupe the vibes of the Amy Loves Makeup palette that she made with an indie brand that's an absolute shit show that I won't mention. But we are also going to post a look picture today, but I haven't done a look, so I'm going to do the look here and then have something to post. I'm trying this again. I bought this recently-ish, like in the last 3 months. This is the Becca Under Eye Corrector. I bought it and then I was like, I'm not sure. I don't really like it like I thought I liked it. I have to keep going back and forth. Good morning, Bethany. Welcome. The look looks really cool, his cut crease neon thing, but as I've already said like 3 times now, I can't really do the big live chats. And because I don't talk that much when I'm home alone, my voice is just kind of acting like I have never talked in my life. I might go back and do that. Just go back and listen to Robert talk and watch. If I can just pretend like it's not a live chat, then I don't feel as like annoyed that I'm overwhelmed by the live chat. But when it's actually live, I kind of want to be active. But I'm wondering if that's like a matte cut crease that he's doing, because that's not really my thing. I will do matte shadows on the lid, but it's not really my favorite. How's everyone doing this Sunday? I know a lot of us are not really doing anything exciting these days, but if you have anything slightly exciting going on in your life, let me know about it. I haven't been wearing nails lately. I just took a little bit of a break, and it's so nice for concealer application, but I miss wearing them. I'll put them on again sometime soon. Oh, I meant to clean my glasses before I start. Oops. That's another part of it. The notice me things. Yeah. Oh no. Okay, this sounds absolutely horrifying. I made the mistake of hopping into the live chat before James Charles Instant Influencer, and it was terrifying. That sounds horrific. Excuse me. Tater tots for breakfast. Oh, that sounds great. I had tater tots in my freezer for a little while, like either my first or my second grocery store run when this all went down, and I would just make little batches of it when I felt like or when I felt like it. And now I regret not restocking that. Hey, Christine. Yes, Bethany is living her very best life. Boring brows. Just gonna get these done. I don't even know what shape my brows are these days. They exist. They're there. That's all that matters. tater tots are the new hash browns. Tater tots are really good in a waffle iron. I did try that. I know that was kind of, I feel like that was kind of going around on the internet early in, like in March. They're good in a waffle iron as like a tater tot waffle. Teresa, I did a bunch of filming and editing today. Also, just planning meals. Chill Sunday for me. Just went for a wee walk and it's chilly and rainy here. That sounds like a really nice day and very productive. I'm hoping I can rally up and maybe film a tag or something more chatty once I have some makeup on my face. But I'm annoyed because I like want to film things, but then I kind of get distracted. It's been actually, the last week has been nice because I have had work, like freelance work. It's been a little bit busy, and I still have some stuff that I want to do today before the next week begins. But at the same time, I want to film. And the longer I wait between filming, the more annoying it is to like get started again. I'm using this Natasha Denona palette. I'm not using the creams though right now. I'm just going to use the powder blush. Oh, the chat. I see you moving. I just can't read you. I can kind of read the large font, but not really. Okay. What do we got going on? Oh my goodness. Christine said, I've been redeployed at my hospital and I'm going into the building in about an hour to work outside a COVID unit. Should be okay though. I am sending you like all the love and appreciation and all that. Like, it's scary out there. That's yeah. Alex, Emily, that's new soup you post on Instagram. Fucking, that looks so good. And it's rainy here. Is it rainy? I don't even know if it's rainy in New York. I guess it is. Yeah, I think it is. That the soup was pretty easy to make, I have to say. I know I'm like totally biased because the brand that, so Brooklyn Deli, oh that was loud. Brooklyn Deli is the brand that I work with, and the sauce that I use, which is the base of that soup, is just it's so good, and it makes the soup so fucking easy to make. I should make something soupy again. I have stuff in the fridge that I should cook, but I've been cooking a little bit, but just kind of, I don't know, nothing spectacular. Which is why I posted an old picture. I'm gonna go back to some comments because y'all are active. Air fryers. Mindy's mentioned I watched my BFF do loaded tater tots in an air fryer for her daughter. Everyone is getting those lately, and they look so good. Teresa asked, which tag video do you think you might do? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Yeah, I can't decide. I know that I have a whole document. Like, I just keep a document in my Google Drive of video ideas, and I try to keep old ones that I've already done in there, so I have like a reference, and then ones that I want to do. But honestly, ever since all this shit started, I haven't really been referencing that document too much. I know there's like a beauty brands tag that Tara Brooke, I think, created that I could do. There's also like the makeup romance tag, which I saw Amy do. Did she do it recently or did I just watch it recently? There's like a, if I could only keep 10 items. Oh, hi Diana, welcome. Welcome. And yes, chatty videos are really nice. Okay, wait, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. I love that you're all here and talking. It makes me so happy. Oh, so Christine's gonna be like a hall monitor. Oh. That's, well, thank you for your work. That's what I will say. That's amazing. Feffy says, this morning my city is sunny but cold. It's truly fall. Fine. Wow, I can't talk today. It's truly fall weather here finally. My mom is making stew. I agree. That sounds perfect. That sounds really lovely. I love spring, summer, but I know that like season change thing is so nice. It's such a lovely thing. Oh, thanks, Teresa. I feel really lucky, honestly, that I've become friendly with Audra because she's inspired me a lot with the lives, and y'all really like hanging out with us, which also feels really good because nobody wants to like do lives and then be alone, which was totally my fear for the longest time before I ever did any of these lives. I mean, I kind of jumped right in as soon as I had the 1,000 subscribers, which is what you need to do them. But still, there's that fear, and it's a weird one. I mean, it's like for me, it's like a primal like flashback to like growing up, like trying to throw a party and nobody shows, or that kind of bullshit. So it's nice to not show up and no one else shows up. Feffy says she loves tag videos. So interesting to hear people's thought processes. Yeah, I think it's cool just to like be able to talk about makeup and not necessarily, I guess, yeah, not have to be like all consumerist and like, oh my god, I wanted it or I bought it or this or that. It's like, no, you're just talking about makeup. Oh my gosh, yes. See, so lives have been seriously such a blessing. Like to make and to also be a part of, like just to hang out in the chat. I mean, I feel like a lot of people here know, like, I feel like the Half Cousins podcast and their live stream format is what got me like inspired to make my channel, and then why I was excited to do live streams once I could. Just putting on eye primer. So it's cool to see people on a regular basis in the live, just hanging out and chatting with everybody. Oh, wait. I clicked the wrong comments all the time. Oh, Alex, thank you. Becky says, these lives remind me of when I would do Google Hangouts with my fandom friends. It's like a party, but you can wear PJ pants. Win-win. Exactly. I never did that kind of hangout, but I mean, I have been doing Google Hangout. I know I've talked about it on other videos, but I've been doing Google Hangouts with a couple of friends. Like, I did one, well, we did a FaceTime call. I did one last night with a friend of mine, and we just like had cocktails and she ate dinner. And we talked for like almost 3 hours. And then I've kept up the every Thursday night, like Google Hangout with two of my close friends. And that's been really like a freaking lifesaver. A lifesaver. A lifesaver? A lifesaver. So yeah, technology, man. I don't like regular phone calls. I really don't on a normal basis, but there are ways to interact without having to be on call all the time. What colors do I want to do today? So anybody that, I don't know, came in late, I'm using the palette that I posted on my Instagram last night. It's pinky purple. It's more purple blue. And don't know. I don't know what I want to do with this. And I really need to wash my brushes. So I'm just going to use shapes that already have purple on them. Because even a color switch won't take off too much color. Oh, Bethany, I never wear a bra. I'm with like Audra, like team no bra, but I also know that feeling of just like I haven't worn. I mean, I wear like dresses around the house, but it's literally because they're comfortable to me and because I really need to do laundry. And here in my little area of Brooklyn, most of the laundromats have closed up shop, which is a challenge for me. So at some point in time, I'm gonna have to face the facts and do hand washing, but I'm not gonna do it. Oh, Mindy, thank you. Oh, hey, Audra. Hello, hello, welcome. Well, Feffy, that makes sense that you would need to wear one. I have no like I have no perspective or judgment on anybody with big boobs needing to wear a bra. I mean, I have heard people say that they sleep in bras, and that sounds like absolutely hellish, but I also know that that's not my body. So, like, what do I know? And I probably am going to do a two-toned eye. Courtney mentioned that earlier. One blue, one purple. I just decided to get started. I'm using, I think it's Belly Slide. It's from Pastel Pup. But, you know, it's just purple. Don't feel like you need that palette. I like the palette. I'm going to give it that. But, like, you know, we can all live with what we got. Jeez Louise. I don't know why I'm saying jeez Louise. Yay, Audra's doing her skincare. Also, my refrigerator is the noisiest refrigerator, and I lately with the lives have been even closer to it. So I feel like it's just the weird humming noise in the background. Yes, Mindy. When my daughter was young, I taught her the band-aid trick for covering the nips without having to wear a bra. I like that. Hey, Christina, welcome. And even Mindy, like I get it, especially for when you're younger. I think that the nip thing can be an issue, but as I've gotten older and lived my life more braless, um, I'm like, whatever, nips are nips. Like we all got them. But I also, like I said, I get it when you're younger and when it's your daughter, and you're like, I need to find a balance of showing her that she doesn't have to wear a bra, but maybe also not showing everything to the world. I get that. Hey, we all have our routine. Alex saying I have a B cup, but I still sleep in the sports bra at night. Always have. Feels weird without it. Hey V, welcome. Teresa, exactly. Teresa, when I turned 30, I started saying, oh my goodness, like who the fuck am I? Weird. Yeah, I say like gosh and God, and I'm like, I don't, neither of those are really relevant to my life to my life. So I don't know why I use those words, but I do. It happens. I also say fuck and other 4-letter and 5-letter words, so I guess it's all about balance over here. I'm just kind of fucking around with my eyes, so that's it. Let's see. Totally off topic, but you all are a nostalgic group. Have any of you checked out the channel Philosophy Tube? I was watching it all morning. I'm gonna check it out. I have not seen it. I kind of put this on this morning. I was like, to be honest, everything's kind of just needs to be taken to the laundry. So, but lucky for you all, you don't have smell-o-vision. Let's just put it that way. So I decided to wear my periwinkle blue whatever dress. Okay. We're moving on to shimmery shades. Oh, I know what I'll do. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. I feel like everyone says this, but I really wish I could just have some background music playing during lives. That would be nice. YouTube would not like that though, so I'm not going to do that. Making decisions. Let's see. Feffy, that's interesting. She says, I keep clicking and unclicking. Fun fact, I don't curse in Spanish, even though that's my first language. It feels wrong for some reason. I mean, I think we all have the thing that, like we just can't do that. Christine, periwinkle, I would say I have a couple of periwinkles. I would recommend the Colored Rain Vivid Pigment color, but I realize it's not a single, it's in a palette. But Jet Set is a good single. I mean, not single, it's a good color from Colored Rain. Or I think I have one from Color Pop too, but it's definitely not as pigmented. And then these from Menagerie are nice for sure. This was a challenging palette to make. I really love the palette that Amy created. And Alex and I wanted to create a version of it, but we both wanted to like downsize it a little bit. But now as I'm working with it, I'm like, maybe I could have used a couple more colors. I don't know. It's not bad. I'm happy with it. I'm getting used to it. Ooh, okay. Bethany was saying I just watched one on body autonomy. It was stinking intriguing. There I go again. Stinking. I don't even have kids to be seeking an example for. What have I become? It's very, very weird when things get stuck in your brain and you're like, why am I saying this word this way? Oh, wait. Oh, Alex, thanks for hanging out for a while. And feel free to pop in whenever. Listen away. Christine, I don't know if the palette is limited edition, but I think it's just out of stock right now. And of course, Audra, Bo gets priority, of course, but you know, I appreciate having you here. I keep trying to read without my glasses on. I have not learned my lesson. Teresa, I curse in German and Italian for some reason, and by curse, I mean shiza and fungala. Huh, okay. Oh, Bindi, that's smart. Wear boxer briefs instead of like Spanx or biker shorts. That is super smart, actually. I was just looking at, there's a company that I bought tights and those like biker short type of shorts from called Snag, and they're really great. They have like a huge size range, and they actually recently posted about how they were kind of struggling basically in the era of Miss Rona, and it reminded me that they're there and in business, and I'm thinking about putting in a little order if I can, if it makes sense for me, both because their products are really good. I really like their tights, and I'm not even the largest size. They go up to sizes larger than me, um, and yeah, it just sucks when like these initiatives that are being created are not really being created to help businesses. So we're doing, I guess, like a warm purple blue periwinkle thing on this eye, pinky purple, and then I'll do blue blue on this eye. I feel like I want something to add to it, but I should probably just stop there before I put so much eyeshadow on. But oh, I will add, let me see. Diana says, I always find it funny when people don't want to curse and they say things like, dang nabbit, gosh darn it, or dang it. I agree, because you're basically just like saying the thing, but not saying it. So you still kind of sound like you're saying it. Yeah. Okay, I just put the Snag Tights link in the description or in the chat. They're great. Like I said, the opaque tights are really opaque. That word is kind of weird to me, opaque. And they have lots of different colors, and they have, like I said, biker shorts and like fishnets, and they also have some wool lined tights that I haven't tried. They're kind of new, I think, to the collection, and my size is out of stock, so I'm not going to be able to try them right now, but they're really good. And I bought like three of the tights and then the biker shorts things, and I've been happy with them. I haven't worn the like shorts in the summer months, but I've worn them around my apartment plenty, and that's a good enough test for me. Blue. By the way, you know I'm not over here trying to shield anybody, but if you like single shadows and you haven't tried Sydney Grace, their mattes are spectacular. Even I forget how good they are. That is what the blues are. They're Sydney Grace on this eye. Mm-hmm. Take a little blending break because my eye is starting to water. Bethany, you're not alone. You are very much not alone. Even the lighting that like I see myself versus what I see on my phone, which is how I'm filming, versus what I see on StreamYard on my laptop, which is like where I'm seeing the chat. I'm like, what's going on? Like up here actually looks really good, and down here it looks like a potato. It still looks very yellow, but that's my lighting. But it looks like a potato. And if maybe it's a little better like that. I don't know. Let me know if that seems better to not have as much direct light. Just with my little creaky overhead ring light. Although that thing has come so in handy. I have like a little fairly affordable setup for overhead shooting that came with a mini ring light that has turned into like my desk light and everything. Oh, hey Cherokee, welcome. Audra, yes, in the chat I looked all brown and bronze, but IRL am yellow AF. Audra, every time you talk about your skin tone and how pale you're getting, it just cracks me up because the things that we go through. We're like, I wasn't expecting to turn like 10 shades paler. And in a very short period of time too, like just a couple weeks. I mean, it hasn't felt short, but it technically hasn't been that long. Although that's kind of sad thinking about that. I'm not going to think about that too much. Okay, what do we want to do on this lid? I think I'm going to be biased and put like my 3 of my favorite colors on this blue eye because JD Glow, Davina, and Luxie, they're, I think, gonna all go together. That color is freaking fantastic. But I'm feeling lazy. I'm gonna use my finger for this part. Ooh, cookie dough in the inner corner is so pretty. Okay, what do we got going on in chat? Feffy, I'm kind of turning into like invisible white yellow. I feel you on that. Oh, thank you, Cherokee. I really like I like what I finally came to. This is like the 4th or 5th rendition of pulling colors. So the colors, so the blue, I'm trying to pick it up. So that was a very weird sound. This metallic blue is like a blue purple shift. It's JD Glow Galaxy Shadow in Anomaly. It's gorgeous. And they're normally in a bigger pan. I repressed my JD Glow shadows, so that's why it's small. But normally they're in like a pan that's practically this size. V. I honestly didn't think I was going to change colors, and I put on foundation for the first time in 2 months, and whoa, reality kicked me in the face. Yeah. I know that feeling. Mindy, when I can, I'm trying that JD Glow. You've convinced me. Your knowledge of makeup makes me trust your opinion. Oh, thank you. You really make me feel good when you say things like that. I JD Glow shadows that I have. I think that's probably the best reference for color. Not the best reference on the internet, but the best reference on my channel for colors if you're curious to see what's what. Oh, that's hilarious that you have that color. Yeah, this is not a color I used to reach for as much because I'll be honest, I don't love blue, or I don't reach for blue like I reach for purple or green or pink. But once I started mixing it more with other purples, it reminded me just how pretty it is. And I just find it to be such an easy formula to work with. Let's see what's up. Courtney, I was laughing earlier because I was looking at the Milani foundation brush for the last couple of days since our live because I thought, you know, I don't do normal like foundation, but if it's a good blending brush, I would use it. And I pulled out my this e.l.f. brush, which I really liked for foundation, except it started like peeling and just kind of falling apart. And it's not really comfortable to hold with it peeling to raw wood. So I thought I would just go ahead and buy the Milani one. And then I saw that Milani was on sale on the Ulta site today. So I was going to go ahead and make that purchase. And then the Milani brush is sold out. And it wasn't sold out like 2 days ago. So it's also on Target, so I might buy it from there, but we'll see. I've been doing a little bit more shopping than, I won't say than is healthy, because I'm okay. I'm thankfully okay. Honestly, thanks to unemployment, which is really weird. It's, I'll probably try to talk about this in a video, but I find it really fucked up that I'm better off getting self-employment, unemployment than I was when I was just freelancing. So that's where I'm at right now. So anyway, I've had some money to spend, but I'm just like, I don't need the brush right this second. I can wait. Let's see. Oh yeah, Christine, speaking of buying things, I put in I say a little, but I'm probably being a little, I put in an order with JD Glow, and it wasn't during the sale, it was just recently, but I felt like, you know what, I want to place the order. I don't have to catch a sale, but I also wasn't buying a bunch of the shadows. I bought a couple of things I wanted to try. I think I bought a couple of like different products from them that I haven't tried before. I'm not going to even look at the email, but I think oh, Christine, especially with Real Techniques, they name their products, they name their brushes weird, in my opinion. And I don't feel like they're named in a way that's really relevant to like how most people use them. So the fact that you use the contour brush for foundation, I'm not even surprised by that. Feffy, my favorite shadow brush is doing the peeling thing. Yes. Okay, that's what. So she's saying it looks like something bit into it, or it totally looks like when it first started doing this, it looked like my cat had gotten to it, but it's been in the drawer for like months now. So yeah, it started with just like a little bit at the top, and then all of a sudden this huge chunk came off. So it's kind of unpleasant. Oh, Courtney, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. she said, not gonna lie, I'm kind of salty that the people I work with who have been furloughed are better off than me on unemployment because I'm still working, but my hours are cut. I'm like waiting for the other shoe to drop with my situation because I one of my two freelance gigs has made it clear that like not that it's gonna end, but just that it's decreasing, which is life and all that. Oh, this hurts my eye. That's not pleasant. Okay. I'm not going to do waterline color today because I don't have any other colors right here. I don't feel like getting up to get them. Maybe later. This was a good pencil. This is another one of those Ulta ones, but I think I left it open for like an hour, and even though I've sharpened off a good bit of the part, that just hurt my eyes. So Cherokee, that's one of the one I bought. I picked up one of the glitter liners. I didn't want like one of the colorful liners, to be honest, because I don't think it's really gonna suit me, and I already have my pastel ones. Oh, my eye is not happy right now. Dang it. But yeah, I picked up one of their glittery liners just to see how it works. Courtney, and I feel bad. It bothers me, but like I can't stop. I'm glad everyone was able to survive the furlough, though. Don't don't feel bad that it bothers you because it's really fucked up. The whole system is quite fucked up, and I could rant and rave about that a lot. To be completely honest, it's actually to be completely honest, it's what Audra and I talk about a lot, and I'm thankful that I have somebody that I can kind of like talk real shit about because it's like things are messed up for a long, long time, but everything that's gone down in the last 3 months has just really accentuated how terrible everything is. Yeah, Christine. So Christine said we filed for unemployment for my self-employed husband Friday, the first day it was allowed for people like him. The site kept crashing. It was annoying. I feel thankful that it was early on, pretty early on, that the state of New York was like, okay, unemployed or self-employed people, you can file. Like, I think if they had waited till this period of time, to be honest, I would have been pretty like and stressed and terrified. Um, so that's been my life. Hey Tiffany, welcome. And hey Emily inside the makeup drawer. And hello, is it Annabelle? Hannah, welcome. Um, yeah, the so much about this whole thing is extremely frustrating. Oh, I'm trying to avoid watery eyes. Sorry about this if it's awkward. I just looked down at my computer, me looking down, and I'm like, oh, that is awkward. That's very awkward. Oh, it's totally fine for you to ask Cherokee. So I oh wait, I'm just gonna say bye, Bethany. Thank you for hanging out for me while you could. I'm happy to see you around. Okay, so Cherokee. So what I do, basically, I freelance full time. So I have worked. It's like all virtual, I guess, in a lot of ways, like virtual assistant work, or not all virtual assistant work. Basically, I worked with an event planner, a wedding planner, and was like her virtual assistant, which meant updating her website as she needed, doing like building out Instagram story graphics when she wanted to do that, sometimes writing blog posts or editing blog posts, doing timelines for her weddings and things like that. That completely stopped because that industry is totally fucked. And then I also am working with a food, not a food brand, food, a website that does food content, like recipes and articles. And that one, um, that one is like the one where I'm like, I would love to do this all the time. And that is the one that has slowed down. And that one I'm doing like basically building out the stories, like not writing the stories. I get the material, and then I basically make sure it's in the system properly, formatted, SEO, all of this other stuff. If you can hear that, that's the cat food feeder in the background, sprinkling out more cat food. And then I do work with a food brand and also do like social media, Instagram, and kind of virtual assistant stuff. So I worked for years, for like over 7 years at a bakery. And I left there a year ago. But at that bakery, I did their social media, I did operations, and like basically kept shit in order. And so those are the kinds of skills that I'm kind of using, but freelance, which has been interesting because I have been working from home for almost a year now. So when everything kind of shook out, I was like, I mean, I'm kind of used to it already, but it's not the same. It's definitely not the same. There's a big difference from working from home versus being forced to be at home, kind of thing. And I used to go into the office some with the one place that I work with, and of course that doesn't happen because their office is closed right now. Audra, it's about to get interesting. Even people who were fired may start seeing unemployment regardless. The US can't see having a huge homeless population. Well, there is that one I keep seeing. I don't know if it's the same picture. It's probably different pictures. But an image of in Las Vegas. Sorry, rattle, rattle, rattle. An image from Las Vegas with a bunch of homeless people sleeping in lots with empty hotels in the background. So that's already a thing. Yeah, our homeless population is already kind of huge. Yeah, it's a neat combination of jobs. The stuff I really would like to do is work more in the food, like editorial, basically doing recipe development, doing recipe editing, trend research. A lot of what I've done also with the other job and what I do with these jobs is research and like fact checking and all of that kind of stuff. So I finally realized that recently that's kind of been a huge part of the work that I've been doing, and that it's a skill I really like. I'm kind of a Google master, so that's fun. Feffy, that sucks. So Feffy said, I stopped getting unemployment a while ago because my government sucks. So no, by year, I'm already halfway in. Shouldn't be that hard. I mean, you know, on that front, I think you've got this. But I'm sorry that you stopped getting unemployment. That's some trash. It's really interesting. I don't know if I like the super pink lip, but this is one of those ColourPop. What is it? I don't know. It came with the really pretty highlighter that I like from ColourPop, but it was a set. Is it their Luxe liquid lipsticks? I don't know. One of those Disney collections that I'm like, I don't really like Disney, but I want the highlighter, so I bought it. I'm curious to see what happens when it's not a gloss. It must be the Luxe liquid lipstick because it's not their actual gloss, but I do have lip balm on, so it looks more, it doesn't look as drying. Oh, Christine. Christine is normally a hospital librarian, so I can relate to the love of research. Yeah, I don't even think I truly realized how much I enjoyed it until so the one place that I'm working, there was a possibility of like a full-time opening back in like January. So I'm adding more highlighter if it's not very obvious. And part of the job description mentioned like research and fact checking. And it took me like talking through the kind of work that I've done at my different like jobs and gigs with a couple of my friends to realize like, bitch, you've been doing that work. You're good at that work. You're built for that work. And that's when I realized like, oh, research, like trend research, social media research, equipment and ingredient research, like all that stuff. That's like my happy place. So I like food and I guess food and culture related research topics. So Cherokee, there are Luxe glosses, but they're different, I think, from the Luxe lipsticks. Luxe glosses, I think, are a newer release, and the Disney collection ones, I think, were Luxe liquid lipsticks. Feffy, that is so cool. I love research and writing. I used to work at the Chilean National Archives. My friend and I actually wrote a book, a research guide for people who use the archive. That is so amazing. You wrote a book. That's so fucking cool. That's one of the things I would love to do. And I mean, I probably will do at some point in time in my life. But but you know, I don't have a specific game plan for it. But that's so cool. I love that. That's really awesome. Thank you, Cherokee. So I think the eyes are done. Oh, this eye is still like, bitch, why did you put that dry eye pencil in my eye? Actually, this is a good question. Does anybody have any moisturizing or I guess lubricating eye drop recommendations? Because I realize I don't have any. And I think with the changing of the seasons and all of the like, I don't think I have full on allergies, but I do think that my eyes have been a little drier than normal lately. So I think I need to pick some up. I haven't like, I don't know. I have some eye drops, but they're older, and I'm kind of thinking it's probably time to get some new drops that I know how old they are. But yeah, that is super cool. Okay, I'll look into those, Cherokee, because I think the ones that I have are Roto, but they're old. Like they're good year to 2 years old, and I just don't know if eye drops have an expiration date, and I don't want to mess with my eyes. But yeah, that's so cool that you wrote a book. I don't know. I just think it's really, and the fact that it's a research guide for the archive, it's just really cool. I love it. That also works. I'll keep my eye out for multiple different ones. Feffy, I'm really proud of that, but at the same time, I feel sad that after such an achievement, I haven't found a new job. For a while, I was like, I've done nothing, and that's messed up. It's really hard to like not put all of our worth into our job. Do we have a job? I'll lower this a little bit. And it's just bullshit because you've done a lot. I'm saying this to you specifically, Feffy, and to like just people, everyone watching. Like, as a human being, to live to whatever age you are now, you have done a lot in the world. and you are not your work. And that can also be hard to realize, like, you don't have to, not even you don't have to, you are just so much more than just your work. And I'm saying that to you and to me and to everybody, because it's really hard when you're like not doing work and then you're like, so none of it mattered. None of it mattered. It was all like not all trash, but like, what's going on? Where am I now? And it's like, no, you're living your life the best you can. And the world is really fucked up. And this was true long before what was going on with, is it Miss Rona we're calling her? I don't know. Um, so yeah, you just gotta cheer yourself on. Or if you can't cheer yourself on, have friends that do it for you. And also, yes, like, what are you even saying? You wrote a book. Yes, productivity culture has fucked us all over. That's basically what it comes down to. Between and I keep going back to, like, capitalism has fucked us all over, because, and I've said this, and I say this all the time. It's like, if we are producing things, we are propelling capitalism, and that's what they want from us. And so the idea of just not doing anything, one, is healthy and normal, and that it's shit that you need to be doing to give yourself a rest. And two, you don't owe anybody anything in terms of production or completed tasks or any of that, because it's all just to make some other rich person richer. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of that. Yeah, Mindy, the research like that, I think that's why I would never think to go maybe down a traditional route of like a research job, but just maybe find something that incorporates it on my end. Audra said, yes, I really did have to realize that. Too bad it's in a depression. Yeah. That's, yeah. It's like, when I finally realized, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't owe anybody any of this shit. And then it's like, oh wait, the world is on fire. Great. This feels lovely. Just like that meme, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And the house is on fire. That's what it feels like lately. Not to like totally Debbie Downer the mood here, but I think everyone watching knows that's my thing. Oh, welcome, Karen. It's all good. We were actually beginning in the chat. If you want to watch replay, or if anyone else is watching, we were talking about in Robert's chat, and I was saying that like I didn't go in there because I find the actual chat part to be overwhelming, so I don't really want to watch it live, but I'll probably rewatch it if I feel like seeing his look or just listening. But a channel that big, the chat is just so overwhelming to me. Feffy said, yeah, the other day people were roasting that tweet that said if you don't do this or that during quarantine, you're lazy. And the sad thing is a lot of people think like that. Exactly. It's like, this is not the time to shame somebody for like not learning a new language, not writing their novel, not learning a new craft, or DIYing 5 million masks. Although that's amazing. I love seeing people sew masks and give them away. But like, if that's not what you can do right now, that doesn't mean that you are a bad person or that you are not like living up to your full potential. Ooh, Mindy. Mindy loves tie-dye, making tie-dyes and covering the world in bright colors. Okay, that is one craft that I feel like I might be willing to try while I'm at home. But then again, it's messy. And I'm a renter. I don't really want to mess things up. Karen was saying, yes, there were so many people, I didn't say anything. Yeah, just I like to be able to follow along, specifically if it's live and even after the fact. If I'm rewatching like a smaller channel's live, I like being able to follow. But if I can't, I'd rather just watch it on replay or listen to it. I like that you didn't wade in. That's a visual I can agree with that. Like, I don't even want to dive into that. There's too much going on. I know it's like not really any of my business, but it really makes me wonder how larger YouTubers feel doing those kinds of lives, because I couldn't imagine even paying attention to the chat when there's that many people in there. Wait, what? Courtney said Shakira posted a certificate she earned from an online 4-week college course, and she said in the caption she did the work with her kids asleep. People were roasting her for not prioritizing her kids. I wish people would just... Oh, there's my very loud refrigerator. I wish people would just shut the fuck up. Just across the board. That could be valid for me too sometimes. Why do people have to like attack? I mean, I'm gonna specifically say women because I feel like women get a bigger brunt of this than they definitely do when it comes to kids. Why do people have to attack women and judge and determine everything that they do? Especially, do they have kids? How they prioritize their kids? How they prioritize their kids? Do they not have kids? How is that an issue? Yeah. And Karen said, "Yeah, I don't think we should be shaming people. I think this just kind of this time kind of just reveals that we want leisure time. We don't have to be productive. Let's enjoy the time the way we want to." Well, and a lot of us, I mean, I'm pretty lucky, but a lot of us are not like even enjoying the time because all of a sudden you're a 24/7 parent, and that is stressful and demanding, and I don't envy anyone in that role. And I between Kara and a couple of other friends, I've seen that and what it's done to people and it is doing to people. And also, like, we're also all processing like what is going on in the world, and maybe not knowing what our future holds. A lot of us not knowing what our future holds. A lot of us not necessarily like knowing if our families are safe or if we're safe. So it's not just like we're sitting around doing nothing. Our brains are processing a ton, or trying to. And so to be like, well, why aren't you productive right now? It's like, bitch, I'm just trying to live. I'm just trying to survive. Oh, Courtney, I know that. I know that. Mine's been okay lately, but I go through times where like my nose doesn't want anything on it. That's amazing. Diana says she's from Colombia, where Shakira is from, and she has done so much for the kids here. Like, people just need to chill out. Exactly. Like, why would she be sacrificing kids' education? Anyway, bye, Christine. Thanks for hanging out. Well, that's the thing. So Diana says you may not like her music, but she has built some pretty amazing schools and some of the, I'm guessing you're saying, like, communities. You don't have to like someone's music or art or whatever they're doing in the world to respect them. That's baseline. Like, I don't have to care for what you're doing with your career to treat you decently. Exactly. That happens as a mom and as a kid. Sometimes you have to use the TV in the bathtub as your babysitter. People just want to people are just judgmental and they want to say something to somebody all the time. Feffy says, people have given me shit for my romance novel binging because of bullshit patriarchy reasons. I'm like, hey, and it's books in a language I wasn't born knowing. Even if you're, like, no matter what you're doing. Okay, so we all have hobbies or likes in our life that are problematic or are feeding into the patriarchal system or the the capitalistic system or the misogynistic system, all these words that are big and important. We can do more than one thing. Like, just because our hobby might feel like it's feeding into the patriarchal system doesn't mean that all these other parts of our life aren't, like, kind of also fighting against it. So chill the fuck out and let me have my hobby, okay? Or let me have my trash TV or my silly phone game like Chapters on the phone, which I've started to kind of play because of Audra. Like, just let people have things and realize that not everybody has to. Nobody is going to be perfect all the time, and nobody has to be perfect all the time. Like, what? People are just the worst. Oh my gosh. Wait, I missed so many things. Enjoy that party time. When the kids are asleep, enjoy that. You deserve it more than ever. I like that. You're like, same here. Mine are doing fine. Oh, that's amazing, Diana. So Shakira has built a beautiful, huge school in one of our poorest districts in the city where I live. Not even our government helps the people. Oh, that's amazing. Buffy, if I've read almost 30 books written by men about English professors having affairs with their students, people would be congratulating me. Blah. Exactly. It's all crap. It's all crap. Yes, throw blush on the nose and just call it a day. It's scaly whatever. I'm part dragon, I guess. I feel like my skin has been doing kind of weird things ever since just being trapped at home. Greetings from Netherlands. My mother who does work as a doctor. Oh my goodness. So this welcome to the chat. So you're from the Netherlands and you work with a doctor. Thank you for your work. And yes, please respect everyone. That's what it comes down to. Agreed. I don't stan anyone, but I quite appreciate Shakira. Oh, totally, Feffy. So Feffy said, a lot of the books I read are quite feminist. Romance gets a bad rap because people remember stuff from the 80s, 90s, but people think it's not art or whatever. So one of the best, like, speaking of blush on the nose, I want to add blush to my nose because I realized I didn't do it. So thank you, Courtney. One of the it was either Am I the Asshole? It was one of those Reddit threads, like Reddit subforums that also has a Twitter account that reposts everything. And there was a post about basically this person writes romance novels. She has a really good system down. She'll use, I think she's also in school or a teacher or some combination of the two. And so whenever she has time off, she will go in and just like spend that time to write a bunch of, or at least one or a bunch of romance novels. And then I think she self-publishes maybe through Amazon or something. And I guess her boyfriend found out that that's what she was writing, and he like flipped his shit and was like, you're like dirtying your art and you're doing like all this like intense reaction to finding out that she writes romance novels. And it was just kind of like, I think I don't know if she officially broke up with him, but she was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna take this, and kind of like, am I the asshole about this? And I'm pretty sure everybody was just like, no, fuck him and his judgmental, like, art policing, creativity policing. Because, one, if you're making money off of it and you're happy doing it, nobody else's thought, I mean, nobody else matters. But especially when you incorporate those two parts of it, you're doing good. Like, don't worry about it. I just get annoyed by people that are like, oh, that's not true art. And you're like ruining yourself doing that kind of work. And it's like, if I'm happy, leave me alone. Thank you, Diana. She says, and that whole you should learn a new language during the quarantine is so tone deaf when there's so many people that don't even have access to most basic things. Exactly. People are struggling, are challenged every day with this. Stores are still out of stock of things, not available. People are literally like just even the thought of the fact that you can't get gloves and masks like easily when people are working with the public, and then you're going to tell people, oh, you need to learn new, oh, you should be doing these things, you should be doing things. Such a good word, Karen. The quarantine is really demonstrating the stratification of society. Yes. I love y'all. You're amazing chat. You're amazing conversation. Oh, yes. Our relationships. That's probably what it was. Yes, I love blush on the nose. I feel like it does make me live younger, happier, more like a little blush fairy. Karen says, I've never really read romance novels, but I've never been a reader like you. It's so common to disregard what women do as fluff, though. Yep. Y'all are just speaking all this truth. Thank you for that. Because hobbies and say desires. Well, yeah, desires, but hobbies of women are always seen as less than, as silly, as ridiculous. And then, if a man does it, it's like, oh, he's just enjoying himself. I'm like, okay, well, then shut the fuck up and let me enjoy myself as well. Oh, Karen asked, I missed all the makeup part. What do you think of the pastel pup palette? I'm waiting for my pre-order. I really do like it. So today I I was using this palette, which is a palette I made inspired by AmyLovesMakeup, her palette that she did a couple months back. And these two, the square pans in there, are from the pastel pup, and they are what is on. Wait, I can never know which. They're what is on this eye. And today I used them without a white base, and they showed up really nicely. But I have been using them with a white base, and I feel like they might. I recommend it. I recommend having like a. Where is it? I don't know, but I have like a white crayon base that's not too creamy. It's a primer, but it's white based. It's pretty nice. I do like the palette. I felt very torn. I had it, but I'm a mess right now. I'm just a mess. Oh, it's right here. Sorry. I do really like it, and I feel like it is a nice assortment of colors. Obviously not with these two. But I think it's like not perfect, but I do like it. I feel like, oh, I'm gonna put that down because I was about to say I felt like it was worth the money, but I also had but I also had a less than positive experience, so I'm not sure how eager I'm going to be to buy any more from Menagerie. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Catching up. People that are closed-minded can politely fuck off. Yes, and in my book, they can just fuck off. No politely, but that works too. Courtney says, I work in books and genre defining really pisses me off sometimes. What's the difference between women's fiction and literary fiction? Usually, women's fiction means it's about a woman. Exactly. Like, just put it all in one. Just put it in literary fiction. Thank you, Karen. It was a challenge, but fun. I haven't used the NYX Jumbo pencil, I don't think ever. I think the time that I think it might be a little too sticky for me, like a little too emollient. Oh, this is the one I have. I just have this really, it's pretty old now, but it's a LA Girl like primer stick. And so usually what I'll do is I'll put it down on my eye and blend it out. So I'm not putting down like a whole solid base. And then some of the colors. So the two colors I use today are probably the best performing from the palette. And I would say, especially for like some of these colors and the pink, you would want and aquatic, you would definitely want that white base down. And I think the trefoil in here, the blue down here, it's pretty, but it's just pretty. It's not my favorite for sure. Yes, Tiffany, agreed. If a man has a hobby, he deserves it. If a woman has one, she's taking away a time from her family. It's frivolous. It's so annoying. I think dude giving his girlfriend shit for it not being art was jelly because she was making money and probably has a captive audience because romance readers are loyal to authors. Exactly, Feffy. That's the thing, is that if I had more like drive to actually build a story from start to finish, I feel like I would write romance novels. I used to write more short stories than like long form, but and not necessarily romance, but I used to write like fiction. Yes, fiction. And I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, the kind of loyalty that fans have, especially in that genre, totally worth it if you're good enough to do it. Yeah, there was major jealousy there. It was hilarious to read because I was just like, dude, you are the worst. That's exactly what it is. That sexist garbage drives me up the wall. Exactly. Oh, I love the Am I the Asshole Reddit subreddit. I mean, it's great. I also they also have it on Twitter. So if you don't want to actually go into Reddit, you can look there. Oh, Tiffany, you asked, can I get a video on the recreation of the Alma palette? I didn't get one. I did an Instagram post that has all the colors identified. I didn't film building this because, to be completely honest, it was a struggle. I did, I think, 4 versions before. I think this was the 4th version that I did before I got to this final point. So I thought about filming it, but as I started to work on it, I was just like really struggling to try to find the right balance. And I felt like if I film this, it's going to be like 4 hours of footage, and I would never want to edit that. Oh my goodness. I agree with you, Beffy. The Am I the Asshole Reddit makes you want to actually start whole man disposal services, because damn, I agree. There was a post on there. The guy was trying to see if he was the asshole for trying to get his girlfriend to have a more productive hobby than makeup. He was annoyed she put it on before bed. So how is video game? How are video games like more respected as a hobby than makeup? Because they're both frivolous hobbies. The guy got destroyed. It was so glorious. That makes me so happy to hear. I love that. And sometimes I'll read them and like I'll actually get perspective from the comments where like somebody will be like, I don't think they're the asshole because of this thing, and I'm like, huh, okay. But usually there's an agreement and people get demolished, and it's kind of fun because those are usually the people that make me want to call whole person disposal. Audra, because video games are on ESPN. And why why are sports a thing? Like, why there's so many hobbies that men spend a lot of money and time focused on that mean absolutely jack shit nothing, and no one says a damn word. That was exactly the response people gave because he said video games were social and makeup was not. Obviously, you haven't been on YouTube, douchebag. Feffy, you're a writer and you can't even get more respect than gamers? Damn it. That's some trash. Oh, of course, it's full of dudes, so it's more valid. Absolutely stupid how things are valued. And it's like, oh, you want to see men smash into other men and toss a ball around, and that gets like billions of dollars in advertising on a regular? I'm so confused. Sports, eye roll. Totally, completely. I can't think of one that I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun. Oh, that kind of makes sense. Or I see why that's popular. Sometimes football, like what football really is, which is, in my opinion, is not American football, but soccer football. Sometimes that's fun. Audra, listen, if straight cis males decided makeup was a sport, lots of us would be rich immediately. Oh, could you imagine if cis males were like, makeup is valid. I'm going to bless you all with this information. It is a valid sport. But I actually don't think we would get rich. I think they would get rich. Because there's always a way for the man to get rich off of a woman's work. Mindy, I'm from East Kentucky. Everyone here uses religion to justify patriarchy. Total fan bullshit. I agree with that. Karen! And next up, with the halo eye in the blue corner, Audra at home. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Oh, hey Keisha, you walked into the middle of me just laughing hilariously at thinking about makeup as a sport and what it would look like, and Karen's interpretation of that. I'm a mess right now, but yes, immediately rich, only to have our sport taken over by men because the patriarchy. Y'all are all right on the same wavelength with me, and I so appreciate it. Jesus Christ. Oh, excuse me. Okay, that's better. I mean, yeah, Feffy, you're right. Some of the bigger YouTubers are dudes and they get more attention, so not far off. Exactly. Teresa said, Audra, if that were the case, they'd create some reason why women putting on makeup wasn't valid. It would only be worth watching if a man did it, probably because they can throw better or something. It's just like how women's sports don't get the same advertising or attention than men's professional sports. They would be screaming about how there needs to be a male makeup league. You're literally killing me right now. Here, these are all my trophies. Here's my Olympic gold medal for blending. Bye, Cherokee. Thank you for hanging out. Good luck with the little ones. Mindy, have you heard the statement rule of thumb? That's based on a law that says you can beat your wife with a stick no bigger than your thumb. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't get it sometimes. Yes, and complaining they don't have PMS, so that's not a valid topic during application. This is exactly what I'm saying, Karen. The male makeup league would take the glass escalator to the top and be way more viewed and paid than women. Although, like, I would love to see somebody do this as a skit, because I think it would be hilarious. But I do think that this could be reality if it were to ever really happening. Ooh, I love this idea. I wouldn't mind seeing an A1 style makeup sports, gymnastic style application on a full court. That's a brilliant idea. I could see that happening. I would watch that way before I would watch the instant influencer whatever thing that he's doing. And you know that they would get all they would get all the big contracts, of course. Oh, that's the worst. It's the Pfeffy coming in with the like hot fire. By the way, every time someone calls what basically a tank top for men a wife beater, my soul dies. You wouldn't call an article of clothing a child murderer or something. Yeah. I don't know why that was straight fire to my soul. And yes, Courtney, Nisa's who I had in mind of doing like a skit built on the makeup Olympics and men infiltration of that. Makeup brushes with handles of screwdrivers. Like those terrible beauty bakery brushes that we roasted. Kara, Audra, and I roasted on Wednesday night when we talked about new releases on Audra's channel that had like tiny spatula and mixer handles, but with little screwdrivers and power drill on the other end. Some man will come along and take all these comments and make a zillion dollars off of it. Yeah, it will. Yeah, and I think you're right, Feffy. I think that's where the name came from. Either in media or in, like, I would almost think even, like, in maybe mugshots or something. Wait, did I miss a comment? Exactly. Just like how Home Depot sells pink tools for women. I want to see you do skits, Audra. I think you'd be amazing at that. Courtney, what about the makeup lines that try to appeal to men? Same concealer, tinted moisturizer, just black packaging and ugly font. Oh, so they would release glitter glue for men, except instead of this gorgeous hollow, it would be like matte black. And I'm like, why would you want a glitter glue in a matte black packaging? But okay. Yes, Keisha, I know that feeling exactly. You ever get so full from a meal that you're upset? I hate it here. That's very much real life right now. Oh, wait, Diana was saying that this was actually happening in women's soccer. Last year, our country got offered to host either Copa America, South America's biggest soccer tournament, or the Women's Soccer World Cup. And guess what happened? Feffy, introducing our new makeup for men. It's the same shit, but smells like gunpowder and pine and despair. I mean, it does already exist. There's like Tom Ford men's brow gel. I feel like Clinique has some for men, but maybe it's skincare. For men's skincare, I'm like, we have the same skin. We have the same skin. You need to figure out what type of skin you have. Okay. Wait, Diana's completing the... This, of course, said they would host the men's tournament because, of course, no one wants to see women playing. Yes, Chris, it's live. I'm live. I randomly decided to hop on. I did my makeup, but I'm done, and now we're just, I would say shit talking, but we're actually talking about good stuff or important things. Oh my gosh, Diana finished. And then guess what happened next? Yeah, you got that right. Corona. They couldn't host anything. Of course. The world was like, yeah, fuck off. Thank you, Feffy. Clinique for men's skincare makes 0 sense. Their packaging is already gender neutral and they're fragrance free. Also, if you don't understand what your skin type is, how is buying a men's skincare line going to help you? Courtney, when I was in college, what is wrong with people? Courtney saying, when I was in college, I pinched a nerve doing construction work. The school PT gave that was supposed to be helpful gave me a snooty attitude. That's not very ladylike. Bitch, just help me. Shut up and help me. Man bags don't exist. Bags and purses do. A purse is a fucking purse. Get over your fragile male ego. Thank you, Audra. And yes, guy liner. Because corporate greed. That explains everything. Pretty much everything I've complained about in my life could be explained by because corporate greed. Their skin type is obviously man. We really need to turn this into a skit. The man skincare with Feffy's brilliant line about pine and despair. I would think about like living in isolation somewhere, but like I like the internet and I like having access to like Thai restaurants and tacos, and I like being in a city, but I also don't want to be in a city at the same time. Yes, man buns, guy liner, female pins from Bic. Oh yeah, backpacks are the best. So Karen said, I've noticed here in Toronto, men who go to work, even lawyers, often wear backpacks, which totally gave me the validation to do the same. No more lopsided posture for me. I've also loved how you can find more backpacks that are like different styles. I was gonna say cute, but like anything can be cute, but just like different styles. So if you wanted to get something that looks less like a kid school backpack, you could still get it, and then you don't have to have lopsided posture. Men don't have eyes, they have tactical watchers. Damn, y'all. You are just making this day so good. Feffy, didn't you know men's skin isn't flesh? Only women have flesh. Men have. Oh, I can't even say those two words together. It makes me kind of cringe. I was going to say man's skin, but I'm going to move on from that. And men's skin is not sensitive. It's more perceptive than yours. Oh. Okay, so Courtney says men using 10 in 1 shampoo and wonder why they have dandruff and hands so dry they crack. Except there are men out there that have like perfectly clear skin and beautiful hair, and they're like, yeah, I use Head and Shoulders on my face and body. And I'm like, what? Or I guess not Head and Shoulders, but like 5 in 1 on everything. And you're like, what? Yes, backpack style is elevated now. 10 in 1 shampoos. I don't even know how he says. Maybe I do know, but yeah, flesh. Chris, as a man, these are all accurate. Beffy, I bought a backpack from an amazing local company last year. Best money I've spent. That sounds awesome. Courtney, y'all are making it hard to get my makeup done. I'm really glad I finished, and then y'all turn on the like spitting hot fire comment mode, because I'm already getting teary-eyed. Oh, Flesh makeup still exists. I might have bought a lip gloss from them recently that I'm still waiting to try. Dish soap on his hair, his face. And they have the audacity to also usually have like really amazing eyelashes. And I realize that's because they're not putting makeup on their eyes and all of that. But like, what? Why nature? Why do you do that to us? Manufactured in hell is where all 5 in 1s are created. Wouldn't be surprised. Mindy, shoplifters. I want my significant other to try something new. I always point out the label. It says for men. Keisha, that's not her name, Emily. I forgot. But if you YouTube Contour 101, be prepared to laugh continuously. That's now on my schedule for today, so thank you. Karen, there's so many women walking around carrying 2 or more bags, like a giant purse, a lunch bag, a gym bag. Yeah. Anytime I used to see like smaller purses, especially when I used to commute into the city from like Brooklyn into Manhattan, I would see like these smaller purses, and I'd be like, yeah, but if I get that, then I have to have my lunch in a separate bag, and then like, what's the point? It's just no. Diana, what are even the 10 things in the shampoo? Like, it's your shampoo, your conditioner, your body wash, your face wash, your toothpaste, your wash your dog, wash your car, wash your dishes. Help me, we need 2 more things. Oh, the men, the momper, the men's romper trend. Like, romper is already a bad word. Don't turn it into an even more ridiculous word. Yes, no wine with this much laughter. This would be super dangerous. Especially if you're doing... Oh. Yawn captured. Especially if you were doing makeup. The Flesh Thick Stick foundation. Yeah, that's the worst. Smells like... smells like ocean. I can't even say it. You're hearing my, like, no voice laughter. Smells like ocean fights. Why did that make me laugh so much? Feffy. OMG, dudes with good eyelashes. I had a classmate in high school who legit looked like he wore eyeliner because of how thick and dark his lashes were. And curly, how dare he? There you go, a 9th thing. It pays your taxes. Rob him. No. No. There's just going to be a man. There's just going to be a man placed in front of everything. New man stilettos. Oh, Charlie, you just killed me. New man stilettos. Built for a woman, made for a man. Oh my gosh. No. Diana, everyone is just killing me. This is the best thing I've experienced in a while. But man stilettos, built for a woman, made for a man. I just... Also, to go back to wow. Literally, I'm sweating. I'm so warm from laughing. I've never understood that where it's like, I have to have my man cave. It's like, what is the regular cave filled with? You're literally getting my full, like, uncontrollable laughter self. Karen, this is not hurt. This is like pure joy. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Yes, also, this is what I was trying to get to with man cave. I hate the concept of, like, you have to get away from your whole family like it's a game room. Why do you have to have, like, a secret space that's only yours? No blackouts here. Oh my gosh, stilettos. Wait, who said that? That's a great name. Y'all are full of brilliant ideas, but also you should probably trademark all of these because they're gonna get stolen and they're gonna go into production and you're gonna be like, oh shit, that was a good idea. Oh. Don't worry, I'm not yelling at you. You're amazing and make me laugh so hard. Everyone in the chat might be yelling at you, but oh, that's perfection. I used to call my hubby's Trey's designated area for which he has 60% creative control. That's so perfect. And Feffy, hitting the nail on the head again. I hate how the identity of so many cis dudes hinges on so heavily on hating his wife. Like, what the fuck? Why did you marry her then? Why would you set yourself up to be with somebody for life that you don't like that much? I would say the whole thing every time. I'm so aggy. You gotta keep him in his place, that's all. Make sure, he understands that, like, 60%, that's all you got. Also, you're not wrong, Diana. Secret spaces and serial killers. Fair connection. Oh, this is amazing. We have I don't like you engraved in our wedding bands. If that's a joke, I don't care. It's still amazing. If it's real life, it's even better. Courtney, growing up, my friend's dad decorated the TV room with all of his Star Trek collection. The whole family used the room, but all of his favorite stuff was there. I mean, not so bad. Like, I guess. It could be worse. Oh my gosh, ball and chain. Yeah, why are we calling people that we supposedly love and care about and want to spend a large majority of our life with? And then people say things and they're just like, don't even think about what it actually means. And you're like, yeah, you're literally calling them like a weight that slows you down and keeps you chained to the wall or something. Feffy, by the way, there's going to be a TV show called Kevin Can Go Fuck Himself from the perspective of a sitcom wife, and I can't wait. I am going to need to watch that. That sounds amazing. Isha, it's a common phrase. There are no adults here. He went to the bathroom at 3 a.m. and I hid his PS4 controller for 40 minutes and locked the door. Well, if I ever got married, which probably won't happen, that's the kind of relationship I would want to have in marriage, because that sounds amazing. Exactly as Audra, but don't let a woman need time to herself. My ex-husband bitched about me coming in and immediately talking, so I stopped. Within 5 minutes, his ass was coming to find me. What'd you do? Ugh. What the fuck? So, actress, like, person Kaylee, is it Cuoco, is living with her husband of 2 years for the first time during the lockdown. And she said in an interview, we discovered we like each other. Maybe you should have learned that first? Also, it's okay, Diana. You can always steer the chat in a new or old direction. I know the chat is on another topic, but I can't stop thinking about a guy wearing his romp him and applying his firm flesh thick stick. I had only read the first part, the romp him part, when I started to read your comment, and then you caught me off guard with the flesh. Oh, I'm even more intrigued. The lead for that Kevin Can Go Fuck Himself is Alexis from Schitt's Creek. Yeah, exactly. I'd pay good money for that show. Yeah, that does sound exhausting. Like, that's why he's your ex. Just gonna go back to this. Just a man in his romp him and his stilettos and his firm flesh thick stick. We're gonna see that in the future. I just feel it in my bones. Yeah, that's been something I've been seeing around social media, is like seeing the updates of people that are that truly like hate their husband or their wife and are just realizing it. I'm like, why? Yeah. Yeah, and that does feel weird, and I agree that like that's an amazing thing to be with somebody that feels easy. That's that's really nice. I felt that way. It's different, but I felt that way with some of my closest friends in the last like couple of years. Like my small, like kind of my small friend group. Like they're all people that I just feel good around. I feel comfortable with, no matter what my mood is. Like I just feel good with, and that's like the only kinds of friendships I really want to have in my life or relationships. Chris, the flesh thick stick, a firm the flesh, the firm flesh thick stick was the Flesh Beauty stick foundation that literally looked like a little chubby. I said that. Audra, yes, I hate the stereotypical, exasperated but loving wife with her doit of a husband. No wonder people don't want to get married. No wonder people don't want to be with men. She'll say that. Also, black packaging to signify men, as if women all over the world don't wear all black every damn day. Oh, that's amazing. Keisha, I did a practice run with him last. Am I still here? Okay, sorry about that. I got a call. I did a practice run with him last night playing Taboo. I'm Monica Geller when it comes to games. He is not allowed on my team. I barely remember much about Friends because it wasn't really my favorite show at all. But that description, the Monica Geller of games, is so iconic that I remember that. Mindy, thank goodness I already knew I hate mine. Just kidding. Even if you were being honest, though, it'd be real. Very real. It's just a common trope like everywhere. I feel like it's a common trope in movies, in TV shows. I don't know. Diana, I feel a trend is coming. Wait for the Jefferson Starship collection and then the Makeup Revolution copy. Well, yeah. I don't know. Audra and I have been talking a lot about Jefferson Starship and drama, so I don't know if I expect much from him. But then again, who knows? If you don't know what's going on, look it up yourself and tread cautiously. But yes, I do see a trend coming. Oh, I could totally see Make a Revolution doing that because they would totally just repackage their same old bullshit in slightly more sleek black packaging and call it Makeup Revolution Men, or yeah, Makeup Revolution for Men or something. That's fair. That I think a lot of people haven't spent this much time together, and with everything going on, it does, kind of exacerbate things. But I also feel like people, even when given the opportunity to spend time together, wouldn't, and that's where it feels a little weird. Excuse me. Feffy, that's why I love romance novels, y'all. The dude is always like, my wife is the best. She hung the moon and created the stars. And I'm like, yeah, dude, appreciate your woman. Oh, that's cute. I'm not a very romantic person, but that's cute. That's sweet. Why does his packaging look like it contains relics? That's a good question. But I wouldn't be surprised if Jefferson Starship packaging or makeup does contain relics. Excuse me. I agree, Karen. It's less about the like getting frustrated and more of the like, I don't really know this person. And now that I do, I don't really like them. Excuse me. Mindy, I grew up with usually both of my parents would play all kinds of just music from all different eras, I feel like. So I know Jefferson Starship, but very different. Very different. Because a real life mummy designed them. Karen, you are on point today. Man blush for that I just finished chopping wood look, even though you don't own an axe. Man blush. The first man I see unironically or ironically blushing his nose, that will signify the end. The mummy comment I see is making the rounds. Oh, Wendy Lou, that's... Oh, I'm sorry, Wendy Lou, that sucks. Shit just sucks lately, and sometimes there's not really much else to say about that. Yes, you better not touch your Sonia G. That is not a joke. Diana, and you know Tarte is coming out with only 5 shades of the man blush. 5, probably like 2. They'll do like one that's the color of my skin, and then another one that's like a shade deeper, and they'll call it a day. Man blush for when you look like you got home from fighting a grizzly bear and winning because you're a strong man. My weird scratchy voice is kind of perfect for that. When less is it more, pull out your carrots. Oh. It always goes back to the carrot and the taco. Blush. Blush, originally for women, but appropriated and monetized by men. Mush. What your face is gonna look like when you try to put man blush on and you don't know shit. Everyone will be roasting the man blush in their Will I Buy It videos. Courtney, thank you so much for hanging out with me and enjoy your birthday. That's the only response I could think of. Oh, that response is so good. Not the only response I think of. That's the best response to the situation that I could imagine. Just like, can we restart? Can you just be like, hey, let's restart. Let's just take a pause, turn it off, put it back, turn it back on. Mush. What your skin should look like when you use 10 and fucking 1 wash. Oh my gosh. Let me know how your husband likes his mush, Diana. I'd be quite fascinated to hear. That's the thing, is that ignoring doesn't work. It really doesn't work. I'm like, oh, you're just gonna make me angrier and more passive aggressive? Cool. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, having anybody play the silent treatment in the house is the worst. And then to have it when you're like actually stuck in the house and you don't have another choice. You should teach a class on this, Keisha. On like how to be petty. How to be petty in a relationship, but just petty enough that you keep people. You're like, well, I'm gonna torture you just enough where you like it, but I also get all the control or all the enjoyment because you got some skills. I don't want to think about flesh and mush in the same sentence. Those words just do not belong together. Yeah, it seems really childish. I'm sorry you're going through that because it is not the time or the place to be doing that. Feffy said, if a partner doesn't speak to me, I'll assume they don't want to speak to me because they know I'm right about everything all the time. Always, but don't want to admit it. That's fair. You have a PhD in petty? I'm not at all surprised. Oh, yeah, that would be good. I don't have any good jokes about what school you went to get that PhD, but see, I'm one of those people that I would like to talk it out, but like if you're gonna be silent to me, I will react tenfold in that silence. But also I have passive aggressive issues, so I will lean on that part of my bad personality traits rather than being kind and considerate and wanting to talk it out, because fuck you. Not fucking here, but like, fuck that. Mindy, I did preschool for 20 years. All men never mentally grow past 3 years old. Actually, that teaches you a lot. Keisha, Keisha says the joke, I went to private Christian colleges for both degrees that I don't need. The joke is me. No, you learned well. You learned well. There's some petty ass Christian people. Also, I kind of think you should do that, Wendy. I'm not going to encourage that if it's not healthy for you. But I kind of feel like that's how I would react. Be like, so, you ready to admit you were wrong? And it's true. Sometimes people do need to cool off, but I think there's a balance, especially when we're all stuck at home. Exactly, Dr. Keisha, you know what's up. Diana, look, when I have a disagreement with my husband, we just let things cool off for a bit and then we talk about it. That's totally true. It's like you don't have to dive straight into like talking things out, because I realize that's not always helpful, especially if you're really riled up or feeling emotional. It's like sometimes I know I need that time to just like gather my thoughts and make sure that things I'm feeling are not just like me feeling especially sensitive about some bullshit versus like, did they actually say and do shit that really makes me angry? Okay, that's what I want to focus on. Oh, for sure. Chris does lives over on Instagram all the time. You should go check him out. Whenever we finish up our bullshittery over here, I'm enjoying it. Wait. Kara says, Keisha, are you for real? Wow, I went to a secular college just for my degrees that I don't need. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, wait, there's so many comments. Gotta use this master's in marriage and family therapy for something, seeing how I hate humans. Hey, you invested in yourself. That's what you did. You got that master's degree investment in yourself. And I agree with Audra. You are an amazing human. Deborah says, my ex is the king of petty. It's hilarious now. Feffy, Wendy Lou. I mean, he's clearly in the wrong here, but I agree with Emily. Oh, that's some heavy curiosity that you would go to a Christian college out of curiosity. That's a pretty impressive. Karen, I went to a secular college for a religious degree. I ended up in a cult, Karen. I'm gonna assume with the oh wait, no, I thought that was a smiley face. I'm sorry. I thought it was a joke, and then I was like, oh wait, I don't know if that's a funny joke. I, it's a dangerous world out there. Um I personally think 24 hours is more than enough time to cool it, and I would not want to be in that like silent treatment bullshit space for longer than that. But that's my take on it, and I'm a person that's not in a relationship and doesn't want to be in one. So caution, proceed with any kind of proceed with caution. Anything that comes out of my mouth. Mindy, even when I'm mad, it's not my first instinct to say or do something mean to the other person. I do not enjoy being mean to somebody. For sure. I can enjoy some pettiness, but being mean, not so much. Audra, I have an associate's in leave me the fuck alone and a master's in fine then. Oh my god, my voice. Jesus. Yeah. Same. Very much same. It's a joke now, but back then, I understand that. There are things that I went through that at the time was very much not a joke, but I can look back now and be like, okay, well, I survived that. Maybe Lou, I already tried piece of shit. That does not go over well. Oh, that's a good one. Deborah, my ex once packed my shoes in 2 boxes. No pairs were together. I mean, it is childish, but it's also kind of a good one. It's a childish little waste of time because then you have to go in and find everything. I would say, Wendy, I don't know anything about the thing, so I don't know if you need to apologize or not. I also have very biased feelings on how I think that in a lot of situations men don't own up to any of their shit. So and women tend to over apologize, but that's also my perspective. Audra, I can live in a house with you and not say one damn word to you forever if I'm mad. I've seen little like hints of your Taurus come out, and that seems like strong Taurus energy. I love being petty, can't be mean. Exactly. There are two things. Exactly, Feffy. Like we discussed the other day, as a Taurus, I don't know what this apology thing is, but hey, you do you. Exactly. Yeah. When he calls you a psychopath, that I don't think there's an apology that you need to give in this situation. But I like your Keisha throws a real ass therapist hat across the room. Yeah. And I agree, Karen. I think we're socialized that way, and it's what keeps us. It is, I think, one of the things that keeps us back as a whole fucking population. Um, it's so hard to not talk, and I'm a Leo. I love how it often comes back to astrology in these chats. Hey, Karen, my takeaway from this conversation: therapist gets hats. Get hats. Again, going back to the astrology convo. It's like, are you an August Leo? Y'all are amazing. That would be curious. I don't know much about August Leos, but I would love to hear your perspective on them. Courtney, that sounds like a perfect setup. So she says, my boyfriend and I never fight. We both own our own homes and are fiercely independent. Works well for me. That sounds like such a cool setup. I agree, Feffy. Everyone should have hats. No sun damage for anybody. Tiffany, I don't even know what all that means, but I understand that people like to get touchy about signs, but for me there's no judgment. Other people might have judgment in the chat, but I don't endorse that. Everyone wants a hat. You want an official hat. I don't know if I'd have an official hat. I mean, somebody wants to deem me to give me one, that's fine, but exactly. There's more people in the chat. I'm the August Leo. Please elaborate. I like that. So that's my thing with astrology is I think looking at astrology and human behavior and like I guess in a way for me astrology and psychology, they're an interesting blend, interesting mix. Courtney, I don't know what it means, but I know what I am. Yeah. Also, there's nothing wrong with being a Scorpio either. I agree that I think there are some, like, I think everyone likes to have their, like, generic judgment of different signs, but you don't really know shit. Oh, thank you. Why did I say that with such a southern accent? Just another day in my apartment by myself. That's what happens. Yeah, I agree. Scorpios have a bad rep. I think the thing is that most people that I know that I don't know that many Scorpios, but I feel like people that I know that are Scorpios pretty much know themselves and they know like how they fit or don't fit in with the sign. And I don't know, it's never like a bad thing, if that makes any sense. I really don't know anything about Aquarius, the Aquarius sign. I don't know that much about astrology, but I find it interesting. So I'm always down to talk about it. Oh, I can understand that. I appreciate that perspective. You're like, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or make anyone mad. I'm sure if you Google, which I might later Google, like August Leo and what it means, I'd probably do that because again, I like to research it. Audra, I love that. Scorpios tell it how it is. Taurus thinks you should already know. I'm telling you, I didn't know that many Tauruses before this year, I don't think. And the more I get to know the sign, I'm like, okay, I like you guys. You might be a little blunt, but that's okay. I need a little bit of that in my life. Audra, which is why Taurus is the top. I'm giving you the silent treatment sign. Was it you that were saying, or somebody else in another live chat was saying Taurus and Sagittarius do that? Or no, we're talking about ghosting because I'm Sagittarius. And I'm like, yeah, me and ghosting, it's a thing. Not necessarily a thing, but it's a technique that I don't disagree with doing. I think the Leos were the original Lannisters. That's what I'm going to say. They were around before the Lannisters. Y'all are absolutely ridiculous, and I can't believe I've been on here for over 2 hours. I think I'm going to wrap it up because I actually think I would like to make myself some late lunch. But also, Leos always pay their debts. Thank you, everybody, for. Oh, wait. No, I just noticed a lot of the August trends in the dating lives of August Leo women I've encountered. Diana, 12-hour live stream. Maybe on a day I was prepared, but not today. Honesty can be overrated. That's fair, but it's also appreciated. And thank you everybody for hanging out. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this up. If you have any questions about the crap in my face, you can leave me a comment, or I'll be posting it on Instagram. We'll see. I'm gonna look at it up close and see how it looks now that I've cried, laughed for 2 hours. Oh yes, I will go check out Courtney's look. Love the two-tone looks. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm so glad it made your day, Diana. I will try to have some pre-recorded things up this week. We'll see. Amazing chat. Thank you, everybody. And yes, thank you. Good luck, Wendy Lou. If nothing else, in case you don't know it, we'll be doing another Audra and me 5 for 5 live on Audra's channel on Thursday. But hopefully I'll see you before then. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I hope to see you. Oh, Kara! Literally, I'm signing off. But I love you. I'll see you around. I'll see everybody around, and hope you're having a very great day. Goodbye, everybody. Yay.